about what am I going to do after this 1 year work? Am I going to pursue masters or going back to work? And it wasn't an easy decision to make. So just waking up to this email in the evening, I was like, this is just a surprise. But surprisingly, the surprise took me by surprise. And here I am, like, I was just surprised about everything.
Hey everyone, we are back with another interesting episode. In today's video, we have an incredible guest here with us who is going to share her journey of getting into a fully funded PhD program without a master's degree. Miss Loretta Akapo, welcome to our channel.
Thank you.
You look great.
You don't look bad yourself.
Thank you. Your story sounds fascinating. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and also give us a brief overview of your educational background?
I'm Loretta Akapo Mensah. I completed Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Ghana, specifically Kumasi. I pursued chemistry at an undergraduate level and I majored in medicinal chemistry.
Okay, so currently what are you doing?
Currently, I'm studying PhD in chemistry at the University of Tennessee, which is in Knoxville.
Okay, that was great. So can you tell us what sparked your interest in pursuing a PhD? Because I know PhD is not an easy thing. So what sparked your interest?
Well, people would say PhD is not a child's play, but if you set your mind to something, I think you should give it your best, going for what you want. I know it wouldn't be easy, but I had this motivation, which is in line with my career goals. And I have purpose in my heart that I want to pursue a research in the area of drug discovery and also disease states in West African countries. So, looking at this career pattern of mine, I thought it wise to just go in for PhD straight up.
Wow, that's great. I like your confidence.
Oh, thank you.
So why not any other university? Because there are so many universities in the United States, but you have decided to study at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
Oh, somebody would also say that why just this one? Well, I would say it's a personal decision I made. I applied to a couple of universities out there, and the University of Tennessee at Knoxville happens to be one of the schools I was so much into.
Okay.
And thankfully, I got it. The University of Tennessee happens to be one of the best universities in the United States of America. And then it gives much of the scholarship positions to international students as well as domestic students. Also, the university has a serene environment, a place you can call home easily. And also, the cost of living here isn't that much, relatively low as compared to the big cities like New York.
Okay.
So, being here is like you are literally home, another place to call home.
Miss Loretta, can you take us back? I know getting the acceptance letter must have felt so good. So what was your reaction when you got to know that, oh, finally you've been admitted into one of your dream schools? How did you react?
Well, on a normal day, somebody who has been waiting on something for so long will be all over the place trying to tell everybody that, yay, I've gotten it. But mine wasn't like that because I had waited for so long and then I was working for 1 year and getting this email from the school was like a surprise. I wasn't expecting it at that moment because I was very frustrated about what am I going to do after this 1 year work? Am I going to pursue masters or going back to work? And it wasn't an easy decision to make. So just waking up to this email in the evening, I was like, this is just a surprise. But surprisingly, the surprise took me by surprise. And here I am, like I was just surprised about everything. It
Girl,
was like a dream come true.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello, viewers. I hope you are enjoying the video so far. The video or the story keeps getting interesting. And at this particular moment, I would like you to take your pen and then your notebook because she's going to tell us how she was able to stand out as one of the successful applicants. Okay, so you would need your pen and then your notebook. Stay tuned. Miss Loretta, I know getting into a PhD without a master's degree is a great achievement, and then you did a lot of work to get that. So I would like you to take us through the application process.
So I'd say that getting a PhD position right from undergraduate study is a big deal, and I'm not the first person to get that. And I'd say that a lot of work went into that. So in the application process, I had to look out for schools which do research in the area of drug discovery and design, as well as computational studies. And then I chanced on a couple of them, of which University of Tennessee at Knoxville happens to be one of them.
Okay.
And then getting this school, I went through their requirements for application processes. Then I realized that I had to submit a statement of purpose, a curriculum vitae, my transcript from my undergraduate study. I had to submit I had to submit three recommendation letters from my superiors from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Oh, okay, okay. Viewers, if you want to apply to a school, there are certain processes or things that you need to take into consideration. First of all, know what you want to do. So if you get to know what you want to do, go on the net. You can use Google to do that, to search for school which is doing something in line with your interest. And then once you get that, look on their website, look at their requirements to make sure that you meet the requirements. Mostly, it's not necessarily that you have to meet the requirements before you apply to the school, but it puts you in a safer place. So make sure you look out for these requirements, and then once you get that, apply to the schools you want to apply to. But then don't forget, if you are applying to be a PhD candidate or a PhD student, you'd like to email some professors in the department to know if they have spaces in their lab for you. That will save you a lot of time, and it will save you money, because for all you know, you've written a professor's name in your statement of purpose that you'd like to work with, but then he or she is not having a space in the lab for you. You've wasted your time, you've wasted your application fee. So these are the things you have to look at for when you want to apply to a school. Miss Loretta, so this process that we just spoke about is like a general application process, okay? So could you tell us the key element that you highlighted in your application that made you stand out as a successful candidate or a successful applicant?
This application being an online process, I believe you won't get the chance to talk for yourself. So your application material should speak well for you.
Oh, okay. Do you mean they can't get the chance to talk for themselves in person?
Yeah, I mean in person.
Okay.
So you need to put in a lot of effort when it comes to writing your statement of purpose,
Okay.
your curriculum vitae,
Okay.
and also your recommendation letters.
Okay. Viewers, I hope you are taking notes. You have to put in a lot of effort in your SOP, your CV, and your letters of recommendation. Okay.
Well, I know that you have already taken care of your transcripts, so there wouldn't be much work to do on that.
Okay.
So with your curriculum vitae, if you are someone like me transitioning from an undergraduate study to pursue a PhD, I need you to have lots of research skills or a lot of skills in there, just so it puts you in a good place to be competitive enough with other applicants.
Okay. Okay. So what were some of the things you did? So let's say in your SOP, what did you highlight in your SOP? In your CV, what did you highlight?
So fortunately for me, right after undergraduate study, I had a chance to join the bulk research group in Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Oh, Bokwe Research Group. I've heard about that research group.
Oh
They
yeah.
really do well.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I had a chance to work with a PhD student and also a master's student also. So that's where I garnered the needed knowledge and research skills to go through various projects in line with drug discovery and design, and also using computational tools in getting these drugs also in play. And I highlighted all those research skills in the SOP. And then in my CV, I gave a breakdown of all the roles I played in the research projects. And these I think these helped me. I believe they helped me and they spoke well for me before the interview. Not forgetting grammatical errors. Mind you, I said earlier that you are not there in person to talk for yourself. So you'd want to take care of grammatical errors because the school or the department in charge of the application processes is taking care of quite a number of applications. And you wouldn't like to be in the area of being sidelined because of grammatical errors. So, in order not to be in that corner of struggling, you have to let somebody go through it for you. Hope, preferably somebody above you, somebody that can go through it for you, and then pinpoint your errors, and then you should be willing to accept all those corrections and then effect them in it. Yeah.
Okay, so viewers, Miss Loretta is telling us that make sure that you highlight all your skills in your SOP. Also, make them presentable on your CV. And then after getting this done, make sure someone goes through the SOP and then the CV to make any corrections on them for you. And then we have people who don't accept corrections. If you are one of these people, you have to, this time you have to take correction. If they want to correct you on something, take the advice and not just one person. After you are done correcting for the first time, take it to a different person to also go through for you. And then I believe we should be fine. And then remember, don't use big English. Just use simple English so that you can be understood very well. Okay, so your next question, Miss Loretta. Did you write JRE?
No, I did not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you write English proficiency exams?
Not that I know of. I didn't submit anything of that sort.
Oh, wow. Then I guess your SOP was really, it was, you wrote a very good SOP. And then your CV was also well presented. Because without GRE, without English proficiency, and then you've been able to get admitted into a fully funded PhD program. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so you didn't write GRE. Would you advise anyone who wants to apply to schools in the United States to take the GRE test?
Well, this is a personal decision you need to make. You can't base on my experiences to make your decisions. I think it varies from school to school. So it would be best if you would write the GRE if you can. If you cannot, at least you can get something that can speak well for you when it comes to English proficiency.
Okay. And to add to this, if you don't have GRE, it puts you in tight corners because most of the school, their website, they have they make it clear that you have to get GRE scores. So if you don't have it, you wouldn't feel like applying to these schools. So once you have the scores, you expand your chances of getting or applying to so many schools. And then, so our advice, if you have the financial capability or financial capacity, I would advise that you take the GRE test. And then for English proficiency, most of the schools have waived it for students from Nigeria, Ghana, and other African countries. So make sure that you check it on the school. So for the English proficiency letter, if you are from Africa and also from a school whose method of teaching is done in English, then you don't have to worry so much about the English proficiency. Just go to your English department and then request for an English proficiency letter, and then you are good to go. Okay. So talking of letters of recommendation, will you say it plays a crucial role in school application process?
Oh yes, it does. It's just like getting a guarantor for these loans in banks and all the other places. You need somebody to speak well of you on your behalf, and that person is supposed to be in a higher rank, just so it proves a level of credibility for you.
Okay.
So it plays a crucial role in the application processes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which people did you contact to write these letters for you?
I happen to know lots of professors back in school. So I talked to them about it and then they agreed to write it for me.
Okay. Okay. So viewers, I hope we all are learning something from what Miss Loretta just said. She mentioned that she knew lots of professors in her department, so getting the recommendation letter wasn't a big deal for her. To some of us, it was a big deal to some of my colleagues. This is because when we were in school, they never got close to their professors. They didn't even know their names. They only went to them after school and then requested for recommendation letters. So just imagine yourself in the or put yourself in the professor's shoe. It would be hardly for a professor to write a letter for such a person. So all what I'm trying to say is that when you are in school, if you are fortunate to still be in school, try and get close to your professors, your supervisors, because you will need them. If you want to come to school in the States, you will definitely need them. So try and then get close to them, and then you won't struggle with recommendation letters. And Miss Loretta, which people do you think are ideal people for recommendation letters?
Well, when it comes to academic setting, I think professors and the lecturers in high positions should be the best for you. As compared to work, you have all those people there also. But for academic setting, you need the professors.
Okay. Yes, that was a great answer because most of the schools mention on their website that you should take all three recommendation letters from your school. But this depends on school. It depends on the school. So make sure that you check on their website. Some may even ask you that you can take recommendation letters from your company where you are currently working. And then some of them make it clear that make sure the recommendation letters come from your department. So before doing all this, it will be very good for you to read, go through the requirements on the website of the school that you want to apply, and then I promise you, you will just be fine. Just follow instructions, and you are good to go. Okay, so Miss Loretta, what would you tell our viewers to look out for when applying to schools in the US?
This is a good question. Yeah. So it all boils down to what do you really want to do?
Okay,
What skills do I have and what knowledge do I need to add to my skills?
okay,
You should know what you want. And then after knowing what you want, you go in for what you want by settling on a particular school or a couple of schools. And then not on just any school, schools that are in line with your passion, your career goals. And I think that's the best decision you can ever make for yourself because nobody can make that decision for you. And then lastly, um, you should go in for a school that gives financial support because you don't want to go to somebody's country and then be stranded because of financial obligations. So you should look out for all those things.
yes. Even if your dad is an MP or the president, you will still feel good if you tell someone that you are on a scholarship. It feels so good to be like you are pursuing a PhD and then it's fully funded. How does that sound? So just make sure you check on the school's website whether they give funding to students or not, and then take it from there. I must say I've learned so much from this interview, and then I'm so happy to have you here. And I'm very sure my viewers have also learned something. But before this interview comes to an end, I have a question for you. What would you like to tell individuals, or what advice do you have for individuals who are planning to apply to a direct PhD without a master's degree? Because just some couple of days, one of my daughters, yes, I should say my daughters, was like, "No, I never knew you can apply to a straight PhD without a master's degree." So I would like to ask, does this run through for all programs or is just some specific programs that do this?
I'll say it's a STEM affair.
Okay.
What do I mean by being a STEM affair? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So
Okay.
if you happen to find yourself in these fields, take advantage of it. Just going for what you want. If you want a PhD and you don't have master's degree, just go for it because you are in that position to apply for it and then you get it. But for the other fields, I'll say you should read widely about the program and their requirements. That's what I can say.
Okay, that is a good advice. And let me add to this. Before, if you want to apply to a PhD without a master's degree, this is the advice I have for you. First of all, don't just apply to a PhD program because you want to get out of your country. Take some deep breath, take some break, and think about what do you want to do. Is this really what you want to do? Do you really want to do this PhD? How is this PhD going to contribute to your career life? And then after this PhD, what do you want to do? And finally, can you go through or can you finish this PhD program so that it won't be like you started but you didn't finish? So I think you should think deeply before taking this bold decision. Miss Loretta, thank you so much for making time and then coming here to talk about your incredible journey. We've learned so much, and then all what you can say is thank you. Thank you for educating me and my viewers. This interview will go a long way to help others who are looking forward to pursue the same dream. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So don't mention it.
Have a great day.
Have a good one.
And to our viewers, thank you so much for watching. If you've learned something from this video as I did, please like this video and subscribe to this channel so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever we upload a new video. And also, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them in the comment section. I'll try and attend to you. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes on the Study Abroad channel. Until next time, take care and keep pursuing your dreams. I love you all. Bye.
Bye.